Oh yeah, it's double organic.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in for another dose of vitamin D with me, Double Organic. Now I want to talk to you about muscle strength and muscle power, why some muscles are real powerhouses and while others are not that strong, maybe just more postural muscles. And I also want to talk about maybe, just maybe, why there's a difference in the strength and power of powerlifters versus bodybuilders. I'm coming at this from a muscle physiology standpoint. I've studied that quite a bit. Now the caveat is that, as you can see, I'm clearly neither a bodybuilder nor a powerlifter. I tend towards cardio and martial arts and things like that, rather than pure strength training, which I do as well. So I was watching this series on YouTube called Strength Wars. You're welcome to check it out if you already haven't. And they pit a bodybuilder versus a powerlifter to compete in some strength exercises. And while the competition is close, the powerlifters, they always seem to win. After all, their sport is lifting, whereas the sport of the bodybuilder is to pose on a stage and look really big, although their primary goal is maybe not to train their muscles to be for a performance, just like the powerlifters are. And maybe, just maybe, one of these reasons why there's a difference in their strength is that the bodybuilder's large muscles actually make them a tiny bit weaker. Granted, they are still strong, don't get me wrong. Competition in this series is very close in the bodybuilder versus powerlifter. And while there can be many factors contributing to the difference in a bodybuilder versus a powerlifter strength, what I want to talk to you about today is pennation angle, the muscle pennation angle. So explain what that is and why it might make bodybuilders a little bit weaker. Muscle pennation refers to the direction of the fibers. There's different types of categories of pennation. There are uni or non-pennate muscles like the biceps. They just go in a straight line. They're good for speed, fast contraction. There are bipennate muscles like your vastus lateralis. That's the one of your quad muscles, the one on the very outside of your leg that people can get quite large. That muscle has fibers going on kind of an angle. It's like a happy middle ground, jack of all trades. And then there are muscles like the glutes or the deltoids that are multi-pennate, and they just spread out everywhere, giving them a wider function. Now, I think it's worth mentioning that muscle fibers do not span the entire length of the muscle. For example, for the biceps, a muscle fiber might be only centimeters long, not going all the way from the supraglenoid tubercle and coracoid process of the scapula all the way to the radial tuberosity and bicipital aponeurosis. They don't go all the way. This diagram shows why biceps are able to contract very rapidly over a long duration and why, for example, your shoulders are able to be very powerful over a short duration. When you have all these fibers in the series, fiber, they all contract, bam! Whereas when you have in parallel all these fibers, they work together to give that strong sort of pressing motion, right? They work together as like a concerted effort, all together, very similar to the glutes, very powerful muscle. I actually like to think of the deltoids as being the ass of the upper body. I mean, they're very similar. The armpit's like an ass crack, and heck, it farts too. Heck, we even have biceps in the arm and biceps in the legs. Everything kind of is similar. So this next diagram shows like a cross-sectional area of unipennate and multipennate muscle, and in the unipennate muscle, all the fibers are just going across. They're all the same length, they all work the same. Whereas in the multipennate muscle, they in the top left and bottom right corners, the fibers are very weak. They're very short. There's some sacrifices that are made, basically, with multi-pinnate muscles. They have a wide degree of motion, right? Shoulder can do this, and that, right? It can go all over the place. Powerful in many different motions. But it does make some sacrifices. And the larger muscles get, pennation angle just changes. And the greater the pennation angle, the greater the loss of force. So while the muscle still gets bigger and stronger, it does lose its power. So here's a little drawing from my notes. It's kind of like a little tug of war, right? You've got one team pulling like a unipennate muscle all in one direction. And the other team's kind of spread out everywhere. You got some people working to pull the rope and tug of war, but other people they're pulling it off to the sides. Like, what are you guys doing? But because the pennation angle eventually, as the muscle gets really, really big and hypertrophied, it starts opening up. And now these fibers over here are not able to really help that much over in this area. And so a bodybuilder with huge puffy muscles, their pennation angle might be one of the slight limiting factors, right? Powerlifters, they don't really train for aesthetics, they train for function. And don't get me wrong, bodybuilders are still strong. They're just not maybe the same level of competition strong as a powerlifter. So I hope you found that video informative or interesting, or both. I know there's always debate between bodybuilders and powerlifters. Heck, even have this big YouTube TV show that have them compete against each other. And yeah, two different sports gives two different end results in strength. And that might be one of the reasons why. Not all the reasons, just one of the reasons. Anyways, thanks for watching. Remember, get the 6 aspects of health every single day. Earth, air, fire, water, work. Whatever kind of work you want to do. Powerlifting, bodybuilding, and rest. See you next time. Can't fart right now. Whoa, look at all those recipes. Those look tasty. Give me some of that.